Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crocheting Coffee here. Get out whatever it is you're working on. Work along with me. We're going to do a whip and chat today. So whip stands for work in progress, which is why we're going to get out whatever we're working on and work along with me. So today I will be working on Christmas Gnome Trio. Now, Christmas Gnome Trio is available over at Diamond Art Club. I actually got a message yesterday while I was driving the kids home from school that it's available again. So if this was a kit that you were interested in, go ahead over to diamondartclub.com and they will have it in their restock section, I believe, or just search Christmas Gnome Trio. So with that said, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Anybody else getting crazy weather? Asking for myself. I'm about 2.35 seconds away from going to find our weatherman and beating him with a dirty sock. Because if this man looks me dead in my face again and tells me that we're going to have a high of 27, I'm going to get furious, okay? One, ain't nothing about the number 27 high, okay? Nothing about it. Like, and for those folks that are like, Miss Coffee, that just means... I know what it means, but it's still not a high number. Like, don't call it a high number. And then they're like a low of, 10 above. And now we're at that stage of winter that they have to specify whether it's going to be above freezing or below freezing. And I'm like, I'm not ready. Just this past week, like last week, proved to me I'm not ready. We got snow, and that snow was not cleaned up. Like, they didn't plow or anything. So here I am all week last week driving 5 miles an hour to go get both kids. It would take me like almost an hour to get back home. Look, listen, I don't care. We got home though. I am one. Are you a good driver in the snow? Write that down in the comments. I have an SUV, okay? It's a pretty good SUV. It's a Toyota Highlander. And it does pretty good. It's 4-wheel drive, all that fun stuff. It does pretty good in the snow. It's not the car that's the problem. It's me. Because almost every year that I've driven in the snow, I've gotten into some kind of an accident. So I try avoiding driving in the snow if I can. The problem is, I'm also a stay-at-home mom. Meaning, I stay home to take care of these kids voluntarily. Sometimes it's against my will. Because like this weekend, Maggie got in trouble because if you've noticed, you haven't seen Smitty. Why? Because Maggie won't stop touching him. Now, if you know anything about Elf on the Shelf, or if you don't, Elf on the Shelf is a little elf that comes to your house the day after Thanksgiving. He stays until the day before Christmas. And essentially, he plays and does cute little things with your children. Well, one of the things that they tell you is, don't touch him or he loses his magic. Well, Maggie decided she was going to test her gangsta and touch it. And got caught touching it quite a few times. And at first, I was just letting it go. Because I was like, all right, well, you must have forgotten. But just a reminder, you're not supposed to touch him. Well, then she kept touching him. And I was like, all right, now I'm just going to take him away. So he went away. And of course, Orion's upset. Because where did Smitty go? I didn't do anything wrong. Why did he leave me? And I'm like, well, he can't just leave Maggie and come and only see you. Like, that's not how this works. And then Maggie's upset because she got caught lying and touching the elf. So she got grounded. Well, then she was throwing a hissy fit. And I was frustrated because I'm trying to get cups and stuff together for the shop. And I'm trying to make sure everybody's order is correct and everything. And then she takes a bag with her when she leaves out of the craft room. Like, she was back here fussing about something. She takes a bag out of the craft room when she left. I didn't see what the bag was because I was too busy dealing with my orders. Here, it was the candy that I was supposed to put in the bag. So none of the orders have candy in them because she took the bag and my absent-mindedness didn't realize that I wasn't putting candy in the bags. And I was like, well, okay, whatever. So none of the bags have candy in them. I do apologize if you ordered a tumbler and you were excited for candy. There is no candy. You can blame Maggie. She also didn't sticker this time because she was so upset. And her and I had been going head-to-head all weekend to the point where I walked out of the house. Mr. Coffee is out there with the dogs. I'm sitting on the porch. He comes up and he goes, everything okay? I'm like, no, I quit. He's like, what? I'm like, I quit. He's like, quit what? I'm like, my job. I quit. He looks at me, looks at the house. He's like, if you don't get back in the goddamn own house. I'm like, I ain't going back in there. Forget those kids. Like, they get on my goddamn own nerves now. And he's like, you can't quit being a mom. Shit. So I walked back in the house. And I'm like, fine. Then tell them to leave me alone while I finish working on my shop. Which Orion wasn't messing with me. It was mostly just Maggie. And Maggie, I don't know why she does this. Like, at first I thought she was doing it for attention. But even when you give her attention, she still acts like a butthole. So I'm just like, you know what? That's fine. I know how to get rid of Maggie. Go clean your room. Like, go clean your room. Oh, and do you remember when you were a kid and your mama would call you into her room from across the world? Like, you'd be in China and she'd call you from the U.S. and be like, hey, come in my room real quick. And you'd go in there and, like, the remote control would be, like, 2 inches from her hand. And she'd be like, hand me that remote. I have now found the new generation of that. It's the Echo, which if you don't know what Echo is, it's the Alexa. Okay, good. She didn't hear me. It's the Echo device. That device has now turned into the calling your child from across the house. And Orion just figured out that he can call me in the craft room from his room. Like, he doesn't have to come downstairs every time. He can just message me on the Echo. So that's what he's been up to. So anytime he has a question, literally anytime he has a question about anything, he kept messaging me. And I'm like, what do you want, you tiny human? How much longer until dinner? When I finish cooking it. Shit. Like, these kids, y'all, they get on my goddamn own nerves. And then we got home from school the other day, and one of Maggie's little friends comes over and asks, can she come outside and play? And I'm like, no, honey, it's a little too cold for her to come out and play today. And she goes, why don't you guys have any presents under your tree? Are you guys poor? Excuse me? What did you just say? I'm like, poor? We live in the same house, kind of house that you do. Matter of fact, we live in a house bigger than yours. She lives in a 3-bedroom. We live in a 4-bedroom. So I'm like, what do you mean broke? Yeah, we're broke after paying this expensive ass rent. I'm like, ain't nobody broke? What are you talking about? And she's like, we have presents under our tree. Oh, you do? Congratulations. You want to know why we don't have presents under our tree? Because we have pets. We have pets. That's why. One, the ferrets would never let anything sit underneath that tree. They love that tree. They haven't tried to climb it or anything, but they love looking at the lights. Okay? So I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting anything under that tree for the ferrets to get a hold of, and then me have to fuss at the ferrets to get off the goddamn on tree. They don't go after the bulbs or anything on the tree. They just really like the lights. So now when I let them out of their cage in the afternoon or in the morning, they want you to turn the lights on. So they'll go over and they'll start running around the tree. And then if you don't turn the tree on, they make what they call the doink noise, which is their excited little squeal. They'll make that noise until you come check on them. And then they just sit there and stare at the tree. And you're just like, what do you want? You want the tree on? So you turn the tree on, and then they will just lay there underneath the tree, staring at the lights. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not healthy for your tiny little beady eyes, but whatever. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, Smitty will be making a comeback here in probably today, honestly, because Orion's starting to worry that he's not going to come back. And I'm like, he'll come back. Honestly, it's just been, I've been so busy. There was never a better time for me to catch her touching him, because the shop has kept me hella busy. I was taking custom orders on top of the stuff I was already putting in the shop. So I literally legitimately was nonstop all day Saturday, half the day Sunday, and even Monday I was pretty busy with, you know, packaging orders and getting them out and making sure that everything is taken to the post office at a reasonable amount of time, so that, one, it can get there by Christmas, because I know a lot of people were buying these for gifts for Christmas. But two, because when I do this, okay, when I sell cups, I don't sell them to have them just sit chilling in my house. Like, no, that's not a thing. The post office is legitimately less than 5 minutes from my house. So they built a new road, and the new road is like the shortcut way to get to the post office from my house. And so, yeah, the post office is just a few minutes from my house. Do I always feel like going there? Hell no. But when I sell tumblers and stuff, look, listen, if it doesn't ship same day, it will ship the next day. Like, I think I have 3 cups today that need to go out along with some Christmas presents, because I am officially done with my Christmas shopping. Oh my gosh. My family mostly got Scentsy stuff, to be honest. I threw little Scentsy parties with Ruby Q, and I was like, look, listen, y'all about to get whatever Scentsy got on this website, because I ain't buying you nothing. So I went on the Scentsy website when I hosted my party, and you get prizes after you're done. And essentially, I used my prizes to buy my family Christmas gifts. Because who doesn't want the gift of your house smelling good for Christmas? Like, come on now. I also bought the same product 3 times. That Baby Yoda, Maggie has stolen it. Yep. It was originally for Mr. Coffee's brother. And then I changed my mind on what I was going to get him. And then I changed it back because then the item I wanted to get him wouldn't have got there by Christmas. Because, shout out to all those last minute shoppers. Raise your hand. If you're a last minute sharper. If you're a last minute shopper, put heart in the comments. Because I'm right there with you. I will wait till the day before Christmas and be like, can you get that there by Christmas? Like, it's completely unreasonable, but I will still ask, can you get that there by Christmas? Like, and not have me pay an arm and a leg for it? Because, of course, you know, you want everything cheap. You don't want to spend a bunch of money, especially when it's on people you don't really even talk to. Like, I legit had bought presents this year for people I don't talk to, which are pretty much my siblings. I don't talk to them. I talk to Auntie Jasmine and my sister Tisha every once in a while, but for the most part, I don't talk to these people. Look, I got enough crazy going on in my life. I don't need they crazy too. I don't really talk to my family like that. So I was just like, why am I buying gifts for all these people I don't even freaking talk to? You know what? Just buy the gifts because it's better to give than to receive. Because I know God dang on well I ain't gonna receive crap. So for Christmas, my sister was asking, you know, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, look, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told everybody else. Gift cards, Amazon gift cards. And she's like, a gift card? I'm like, yeah, because what's that? That's a gift that keeps on giving. That's a gift that's one size fits all. That's a gift that I can go back at a later time when I want something from Amazon and go purchase it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Amazon gift card. And she's like, okay. I'm like, that's all. And she's like, oh, it is? Yep, that's all I want. Amazon gift card. I'm like, if you feel froggy and you want to buy something else, that's fine. But Amazon gift cards, that would do. I'm like, tell your friends. And she's like, hold up, what? I'm like, tell your friends. Now, my siblings all live within like an hour of each other. I don't know how they do it because they're constantly fighting. So I'm like, I don't know how y'all do it. But look, listen, I will never move to be that close to family. Never again. I enjoy my freedom too much to be close to family. It's not that I don't love my family. I just don't want to live close to my family. Like, is that a thing? Like, I don't want to live anywhere near them. I will talk to you on the phone. Don't come near my house. Like, no. So I was just like, yeah, I don't know how y'all do it, but that you won't catch me living near y'all. Like, I can't do it. We'd be fighting every day. Because just imagine there being, let's see, there being 2 more of me and one that's a little bit, like, tone it down, like, 50% one of me. So, like, Auntie Tisha's the tone it down part. But then I have my brother and my sister who are exactly like me, sort of, kind of. Because Auntie Jasmine, I can kind of make her into a pushover. I try not to, but I can. And then there's my brother who we have the same, essentially, like, mindset on things. And if we argue, we're going to the death, okay? It's to the death. So, I'm just like, yeah, I can't live near you guys because I would literally spend my entire time fussing and cussing because you guys would always get on my goddamn nerves. So, like, I don't really talk to them like that. So the fact that I even bought them Christmas gifts, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I wasting the money on this? I'm like, you know what? It reminds them that I'm still alive because I'm the sister that nobody talks about. I was the black sheep growing up, okay? Shout out to the black sheeps of the family. I was the black sheep. I stayed to myself. I didn't talk to anybody. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't think about me. Don't even conjure up a thought in your brain that you even want to ask me because more than likely you're going to get snapped at. I'm not a big people person, y'all. Not even in my family, okay? And I don't want to talk to these people. So it's just like, what do y'all want now? Like, what drama do y'all have? Because every week it's something new with my siblings. So I'm like, what drama do you possibly have this week? Like, seriously. So I don't talk to them too much, but I decided this year I was going to buy them something for Christmas because I've never bought my siblings anything for Christmas before because, again, why would I? That's not a multi-placer. Also, speaking of multi-placer, I just bought this off Amazon. A lady in my group was showing these. And I was like, ooh, yeah, show us a link. She didn't show us the link. Well, she showed us. She didn't give us the link to it, though. But I was able to find it. And the reason I wanted it, because they're just stainless steel tips. Which is funny, because I think the Diamond Lady on Instagram was the first lady to have these. And then all of a sudden, everybody named Mama got them. Anyways, I wanted this for this reason. Y'all, it's a 2-placer. Let's test it out, shall we? What pen we're gonna do it in? Yeah, let's do it in this pen. So we're gonna put it in our Diamond Pen Pal pen. If we can get the straightener out of there. Put our 2-placer in. Fits like a glove. And then we're gonna get some wax. Do we have any wax around here? Let's use some of our puck from Pretty Placers. I'm not usually the biggest fan of these waxes. They always leave like a residue, and it's just ugh. But they do smell good, so I will use them for like freshening up the house or something. But I haven't touched this one in a while, so like I like the smell of this one. It's green tea. And I'm pretty sure she still sells these, but again, like most items on Etsy, they do sell out pretty quick, so you got to be quick with the fingers to get. I have a bunch of these, actually. All right, and so what you do is you take your multi-placer, and you scrape it on there to get it filled with wax. So you see it's like filled with wax there. And then I'm going to press it in with my thumb, just to get that wax nice and good into the multi-placer. I'm not going to fill it up to the tippy top, just enough that there's wax in the pen. I'm going to try to get the wax back in its baggie. Also, speaking of last minute shoppers, buying last minute gifts sucks, okay? Especially when you don't have like a dollar store or something like that close to you. Buying last minute sucks. Also, I have like 100 nieces and nephews, okay? Yeah, trying to buy for all these people. I need a full-time job over the holidays just to buy gifts for family, because literally there are so many freaking members of my family, and I'm just like, I don't want to leave anybody out, but I also ain't built like that. I'm built like a Chevy, not like a Ford. So like, vice versa. Built like a Ford, not like, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. Anyways, so look, it's a 2-placer. That's cute. I love it. But I try to buy for as many people as I can without going broke, because like, you know, I still got bills to pay. Like I got that hospital bill to pay, and I just had 2 surgeries. I'm about to be broke for like the next 2 years. It's like paying student loans. Speaking of student loans, I got that message in my email saying, oh, your student loans start back up January 31st. God dang it. Look, listen, can I just call you every day and tell you I don't have the money for it? Like, because there's nothing better than going to college. Like, I went to school for business administration. So I have an associate's degree in business administration with a minor in business management. And I'm a stay-at-home mom. I mind my own business. I mind my own business. But I went to school for business management. It must be tiny business management, because that's the only business I'm dealing with nowadays, besides like my tumblers. Mr. Coffee was talking about, if something were to ever happen where they did like a government shutdown for 9 months, we could sustain ourselves if he could come back here and help me. And I'm like, hold up, you come back here and help me? This dude has a whole plan for if something happens where we end up having to get shut down, like the government shuts down and he's without a job. He's going to buy a lathe and a 3D printer, and apparently he's decided that he's going to become a crafter. And I'm like, what? 1, why? Why are we shutting down? 2, why you got to be back here with my stuff? Look, listen, I waited so long to have my own room, and I finally have my own room, and it's bad enough I got to share it with the kids. The dogs come back here. The ferrets are always back in here. Everybody comes back here. Like, nobody likes to hang out in the front living room. Nay. Let's come back in the back living room where mom is and all of her stuff. And we're going to just touch everything. Oh, back to Smitty, I guess, because I was talking about Smitty. So yeah, so Smitty should come back out today. I know, I'm all over the place. I do apologize. It's just the way my brain is working. But Right now, everybody's doing okay. Orion's got a cold. He's having a reaction to that second dose. So he's got a little bit of a cold. Don't worry, he's fine. The doctor said just keep an eye on him if he has any other issues, so let them know. And I was like, all right. Problem is, if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, you already know what's about to happen. Guess who woke up with a sore throat this morning? God dang it. So yeah, looks like I'm going to be sick for Christmas. Oh, sorry, I saw a piece of trash. I was trying to get it off my pen. So yeah, so more likely I'm going to be sick for Christmas. Not only that, I have something going on with one of my teeth. It's a wisdom tooth, so more likely it's probably cracked and needing to get pulled. Problem is, I'm scared of the dentist. Anybody else out here scared of the dentist? I'm scared of the dentist. And right now, in the middle of this panoramic, I don't think I want to go to the dentist and have my hot dragon breath in somebody's face while they're ripping stuff out of my face. Like, they're ripping bone out of my face, and I'm just, like, sitting here like, oh, yeah, this is great. This is exactly how I want to spend my afternoon. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get my tooth pulled. And I told them that I wouldn't do it if I was awake, because I did that once. When Maggie was 6 months old, I had a tooth pulled, or she wasn't 6 months old. I was 6 months pregnant with her. I had to have a tooth pulled, but of course they couldn't put me under because I was pregnant. So I had to sit in the chair while they shot me in the face with Novocaine and then pulled this tooth. The noise it made, the way it felt, I said I would never do it again. I would never do that again. So when they said that they wanted to take it out the last time I went to the dentist, and I could just have it done and over with in like a few minutes if they just let me, or if I let them, I guess, just pull it. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. So we go to another place that they recommended to have them put me under to have the teeth pulled. Because I was like, at this point, don't just pull one tooth. Any tooth in there that looks bad, pull it out. I don't care at this point. I'll get dentures. I don't care. So we go to the place and we ask them like what the cost of extraction would be. And we did have insurance and everything. This lady looked me dead in my soul and said, it's going to be $2,000 up front. And I'm like, oh, because of the insurance? And she's like, oh, that's with the insurance. You owe $2,000. $2,000? Yo, look, listen. I didn't even pay $2,000 for my hospital bills, let alone to have a tooth pulled. Yeah, that's not happening. It's not happening. It's not a thing. But yeah, but the main problem I'm having right now is it's causing lockjaw, meaning I can't open my mouth all the way, which for some people might be great because then maybe Miss Coffee will shut the hell up. But then for me, trying to communicate with my family and friends, it's not a good thing. The good thing about it is it doesn't hurt to the point where like I can't talk, because obviously I'm talking to you now. It hurts whenever I try to eat food and I try to open my mouth all the way. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to do something about this. So, yeah, if anybody has any tips on how to get rid of this would be great. Without having to go to the dentist, because I know somebody's going to be like, just go to the dentist. You go to the dentist. God, no, I don't want to go to the dentist. Anyways, so yeah, so it's Christmas time is coming upon us. It is creeping up on us. I think we have, 11 days left before Christmas? And I've just finished my Christmas shopping. Wah, 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 wah. Late shopper here. Because, look, listen. I ain't buying nothing early. Leave me alone. Shoot. Minna just got the last of her gifts earlier this week. I don't care. She got them, though. That's all that matters. She got them. I think the deadline to have, here in the U.S., to have something shipped out to get it to the person by Christmas is the 15th. So you literally have until tomorrow to ship out all that stuff. I literally have a trunk full of stuff to ship out. Mostly because I'm sending stuff out to my parents and my sisters. And then everybody else, I bought stuff off Amazon. Let them deal with it. I am not dealing with it. Let them deal with it. So yeah, like I am like, if you look in the dictionary for last minute shopper, you will totally see my face, because I am the quintessential last minute shopper. Like I'm not even joking, y'all. Like I love last minute shopping, but my favorite thing to do is, which tell me if anybody else does this. I see a drill that's like really spaced out up here. Sorry. Tell me if anybody else does this. The best time to get deals on stuff is the day after Christmas, okay? The day after Christmas is when you want to go to Walmart, Target, Kohl's, any place that you like to shop. Not like grocery stores or anything, but like all these big name stores. That's the day you want to go to those stores. And why? Because they have the best deals on stuff the day after Christmas. Why? Because everybody's returning stupid gifts that they got that they didn't want. Look, listen. I be in there shopping like it's Christmas, or like I'm shopping for people for Christmas still. I'm like, oh, look at this. This will be for next year. I'll be doing Christmas shopping the day after Christmas. Like I'm going to remember that stuff is in there. We found gifts from last year. And I don't know how we missed them because we moved. Like, we weren't in the same house last year for Christmas that we are this year for Christmas. So how did we forget gifts last year? I don't know. But we found them when we were looking. Mr. Coffee was looking in the garage for his nails because for some reason his nails have come up missing. I told him it was probably the ferrets because lately a lot of stuff has come up missing in the house, and we look at the dogs and we're looking at the kids and we're like, there's so many culprits in this house that steal stuff. We don't know who's taking it. And now the animals are stealing. So I'm just like, I don't know. So we went looking through boxes in the garage and we found these 4 presents that we forgot. Guess what they're getting for Christmas this year? Put those in there with the rest of them. Make it look like we bought them a lot of stuff. We didn't do a lot this year for the kids for Christmas, mostly because they didn't need it. They have enough stuff that they don't even like to clean up, let alone buying them even more toys. Like, of course, we bought them a few things, but nothing major. I didn't want to buy a bunch of toys. I wanted to get them a bunch of stuff that they could use or that they would need, not necessarily stuff that they would want. Which in Orion's case, he still got stuff he wanted because all Orion, this poor kid, all he asked for Christmas was a Roblox gift card. He's like, I just want a Roblox gift card. I'm like, well, but why? Because I like Roblox. Well, I got that part, but I don't understand why that's the only thing you want. Like, literally, that's the only thing he asked for Christmas. And a cat. Which, of course, I was like, you know my rule. I have a rule in my house. Pets are not gifts. Because, that's not a gift. Like, something you have to take care of for the rest of your or its life, that's not a gift. Like, you don't gift that to something. Like, I always love it when people are like, I'm buying my kids a puppy for Christmas. Why is the puppy a gift? Like, why not just buy them a puppy? I don't get it. Now, I'm not hating on people who do this, but I don't do animals for gifts. Like, that's how animals end up in shelters, because you're expecting the person you're giving it to take care of it. They don't. You don't want to take care of it, and then the animal ends up in a shelter. So I don't like doing the whole pets for gifts thing. Like, that's not a good thing for me. So I'm like, yeah, no, we don't do pets for gifts unless it's a stuffed animal. I'm like, but you have enough stuffed cats in here for your cat. Like, he literally has a pile of cats in his room. And I have to tell him, like, every couple of days to clean up the pile of cats. You know how awkward it is going up to your son and going, hey, I'm going to need you to go up there in your room and clean up that pile of cats you left over there in the corner. Like, who does this? Like, I appreciate everyone. Oh, hold on a second. All right, sorry about that. 1, yes, my doorbell does sing Jingle Bells. And 2, it was a delivery that I forgot that I was expecting today. So yeah, I think it's one of the last deliveries we have for Christmas stuff. Like, my whole Christmas shopping experience was online. I went to 0 stores. I don't remember the last time I've been inside Walmart, okay? I've been to 0 stores since I had my surgery, I want to say. I haven't left this house besides to go pick up the kids. And I don't plan on it. Why? Every place delivers. Why do I need to leave the house? That's why I always laugh, because my sister always tells me that I need to go on vacation. She's like, you've never had a vacation before. You need to go on vacation. Why would I want to go on vacation? Like, look, listen. If you think like me, put a heart in the comment section, okay? Help a sister out. I don't want to go on vacation. I am very content at home. Why? 1, I'm not a people person. If I run into a Karen, I'm getting arrested. 2, all my stuff is here. Why would I want to leave it to go somewhere else? I don't understand. Like, I don't want to leave my stuff and my pets. Like, what am I supposed to do with my pets? Who's going to take care of the ferrets? Like, no, I don't want to leave my house. My vacation would be to shut off my phone and shut off all the electronics in the house and sit here and play with the kids, which is what I'm going to do after Christmas. So I made mention in live on Friday that I would still be going live on the 24th. Nay. I lied. My apologies. I wasn't thinking, and I forgot that every year for Christmas, which I think it starts on Christmas Eve, but Pippa Brown hosts a 24-hour or 48-hour Christmas marathon of whipping chats from different creators here in the community, which I'm all about it. This year, I wasn't asked, which is fine. Honestly, it's really, it's fine. Because it's time for me to give some time to my family, like some much needed 100% attention time to my family. Where I don't mind, doing videos and stuff like that. Like, I love doing my videos and everything else. I want to give my undivided attention to the family. And what this really means is we bought a bunch of games for the kids, and I plan on playing games all weekend for the weekend of Christmas. Like, I will be unavailable. Unavailable. Because okay, so here we go. Orion and the kids and stuff don't watch these videos, so I'm not worried about it. We got Orion a game called Flaming Cats. And then there's another game, something else to do with cats, Exploding Cats. And we are excited to play them because one of the reasons why we didn't get the kids toys is because if you buy your child a toy, they play by themselves. We don't get enough family time in my house because everyone's on their devices. Everyone's got their own stuff going on, that we don't get a lot of time to just sit and be with each other without like my phone going off or Mr. Coffee's phone going off or one of the kids' friends wanting to play. So we decided that this year, Christmas, the theme is going to be together. So together, me, Maggie, and Mr. Coffee got gifts for Orion. Together, me, Mr. Coffee, and Orion got gifts for Maggie. Together, the kids and Mr. Coffee got a gift for me. And then together with the kids, I got a gift for Mr. Coffee. Togetherness. What the kids don't know is we also bought a bunch of board games and stuff that we used to play when we were little and that are new to us that we would like to play. One of them is called Throw Burrito. Now, this is a game where you have to like get matching pairs and try to get 3 matching pairs, and then you have burrito brawls, where essentially after you get like 3 pairs, you're supposed to duel with someone that you're playing with, and essentially you take 3 steps away from each other like a duel. Go back to back, you take 3 paces away, and then you can duck, dive, dip, dodge, and dodge these burritos. Now, they're squishy burritos, so they're really soft, and essentially you just throw them at your opponent. What a better game for my family, okay? Yeah, I will be spending Christmas Eve and Christmas pretty much essentially talking to family on the phone because, of course, my family lives, down south, and Mr. Coffee's mom should be here, so we'll probably call his brother and his sister, and, like, brother Uncle Jesse. I feel bad because Uncle Jesse wouldn't tell me what to get his girlfriend for Christmas, and he kept saying it was complicated. And I'm like, well, when she gets an empty box, and she looks at you and goes, what's this? And you call and ask us what it is, I'm going to be like, it's complicated. How am I supposed to get somebody a complicated gift? And I'm like, does she have a favorite character? Like, everybody has a favorite character or something that they like. And he's like, it's complicated. Why is her whole life complicated? Why do you feel and that's the thing. Men think women are complicated. We're really not. Give us a taco, smack our ass, tell us we're pretty. We're pretty happy. Pretty happy. I have to say, 12 years has been working just fine for me. So I'm just like, it's not complicated. You just don't know. Just say you don't know if you don't know. Like, why are men this way? Mr. Coffee, and don't think it's just it's Uncle Jesse. It's not just him. Mr. Coffee's the same way. Ask him what to get me. I don't know. Well, what is she like? Well, it's complicated because she likes a lot of different things. Pick one. Like, it's so frustrating trying to get these men to be like, what should I get this person? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Like, look, listen. My blood pressure goes up when I try to talk about this because these men in my life, I swear. Now, my daddy, he's been around the block a few times, so he's got a pretty good handle if I go, hey, what should I get mom? Well, your mom's really been looking at this at the store the other day, or she was looking at, okay, all right, bet. But when it comes to the men, I don't know. I don't know. Mr. Coffee's family, look, listen. None of them know nothing to get each other. Like, how do you not know anything? Pay attention. attention. So Mr. Coffee's brother, I'm like sitting here and I'm like, what is she like? Marvel. Okay, who's her favorite character on Marvel? It's complicated. Why is it complicated? Why? Why is your whole life complicated? Like, I want to meet this. I have yet to meet this person, by the way. I think he's been dating her for like a year or something. And Mr. Coffee, Uncle Jesse's one of these people. I don't think he'll ever get married, just because he has that, like, he's in a band and stuff, so like he kind of wants to keep his freedom open, which is fine. Not everybody on this planet has to have children. Some people don't want to have kids, and I think that's a responsible thought to have. If you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I don't want to be responsible for another human. I get it. Believe me, I don't want to be responsible for the ones I got either. I plan on telling them tonight that we don't plan on having any more children, or that we don't want children anymore. But Mr. Coffee keeps trying to tell me that I can't quit my goddamn on job. So when I was sitting on the porch the other day and he told me to get back in the house because I can't quit, I was highly upset. I was offended. You ever want to look at your kids and go, I quit, and just walk away? Just walk away. Not forever, just for a little while, so you have time to calm down, you know? Like, I feel like I don't get enough days off, and I'm about to go on strike. Like, I'm about to go on mommy strike and request better pay, because hugs and kisses ain't paying these goddamn on bills, okay? And then, let's see, what else has happened in the house? Oh, Maggie, like I told you guys, she had been caught touching Smitty. She did something really sweet, though. She wrote him a letter and told him that she apologized. Now, it's not really an apology if you just keep doing it, like if you keep doing it, but she wrote him a letter and said she was sorry. She put it under the tree where she thought he would find it. Now, what she didn't take into consideration is that we have 2 greedy dogs, okay? Now, in this note that she wrote Smitty, there was a lollipop. Daisy's favorite candy are Dum-Dums. She left a Dum-Dum under the tree. Me not knowing this, because she only came back here and told me she wrote a letter. I'm like, she thinks she's Steve from Blue's Clues. She over here writing letters and stuff. Her not telling me this, I leave the house yesterday to go drop off my orders. Now, take it. When you go to the post office right now, that is Satan's butthole, okay? That's his ass crack. There were so many people in that goddamn post office, and I just want to look at them and go, y'all know y'all can do this cheaper online, right? Y'all can go online to USPS.com and get your shipping labels and stuff there and buy it cheaper, okay? Tape the label to the box if you have to, but you can get it cheaper online versus sitting in line. There was like 30 people in that post office. And I was like, I ain't standing in no damn line. So I had already had my stuff packaged up, labeled, and everything else. I just needed to drop it off. But they, of course, like Walmart, they had one person in there helping all these people. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to drop my stuff in this drop box. And of course, there was somebody in the back room because I could hear them moving the drop box as I was filling it up, because I had to make 7 trips, 7, count them, 7 trips back to my car, out of the car, into the building, and dropping stuff in this drop box, okay? I was sending out cups. So I'm dropping stuff in the drop box, and I'm watching as I done dropped, like, I think, like, I want to say it was like 65 orders in my first drop, and then I came back and did like another 10 or 12 orders, like, I don't know, a few hours later, because I went to go pick up the kids, but before I pick up the kids, I went to the post office like I have to do today. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to drop this stuff off. I go in there and there were so many people in there, y'all. I was just like, y'all, go online and do this. Do not stand in these lines at the post office and be... No, like, shipping already is crack prices, like, this point. Like, to ship stuff? Look, listen, even I was shocked at the amount they were, had for the cups to be shipped this month. I was just like, good God, like, what happened to shipping? Like, why is shipping so... Then I remembered, it's the holiday season. The post office is probably shorthanded like everywhere else. So, you know, they got to bring up cost. All right, bet. Are you paying your employees more? Because they're the ones that are suffering. They're the ones having to come in here day in and day out and deal with these people that don't know how to fill out international forms, or have like 70 packages that they need to send off, all the different addresses and shit. So I'm like, do the postal workers get better pay? What about these fast food workers? Like, these people out here in these crafty streets, like, making sure you get food and snacks while you're out shopping super late, especially if you're like me. But unlike most people, I did all my stuff online, because if I don't have to ship it, look, listen, I'll give it to you. If I have to ship it, like, okay, this is how bad it is for me. I have done giveaways on the channel, and like the giveaway would be a canvas. But instead of shipping the canvas from my house, I will just straight up order it from the website and have it sent to you, because I hate shipping stuff. I hate it. That's me having to leave the house. But now that I know I can do it online, look, listen, Mr. Jerry, just pull your van up behind my house and I'm just going to start throwing stuff in it and you can take it to the post office. Like, I don't have to go to the post office anymore. I choose to, like today I have a 17-pound box that's going to my parents' house. So I can't have this old man carrying around this 17-pound box. Am I supposed to be carrying it around? No, but that's beyond the point. I need to get the box out of my house because I had a whole thing of boxes stacked up here behind my kitchen table. And now the box is gone. Why? Because I shipped out all the stuff that I'm shipping for Christmas. Now that I've gotten my family done, I need to get my YouTube family done because my Christmas cards are going to be coming in late. Why? Because when I went to go order them, they told me that they wouldn't be here until the 21st of December. And I'm like, that's kind of late to be sending out Christmas cards. So everybody that I have their address will probably just get a holiday card, like happy holidays. Whatever holiday it is you choose to celebrate, happy that. Because I even drew up a whole image to use on the card. And the place that I was getting them from was like, yeah, it's going to take this long because color profiles and all that. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it myself. So at this point, I'm about to get some card stock and start making my own freaking cards, which I probably should do that anyway. Maybe I need to set a goal to get a really good printer, because the one I have is cheap. It's a cheap printer. It does its job. Like, it has one job and it does it pretty well. So I'm like, I'm not complaining about the printer I have, but I want to get like a really good photo quality printer to start printing off my images, because I'm going to start using like my images as perks for like my Patreon next year. And I'm going to start sending like everybody stickers and stuff. So I want to be able to, oh, there it is. I want to be able to use my printer to print this stuff instead of having to worry about depending on somebody else to do it. So yeah. Plus, most of the people that I know that I'm sending stuff to over YouTube land is getting gift cards. Because why? Because they are universal and one size fits all. Plus, I don't have the brain power to think of what everybody on YouTube wants. Like, look, listen. I can't do it. Yo, I am stressed out to the max with this holiday coming. I got people coming to my house, which means I need to deep clean my house again. And now that I'm feeling, minus the Lockjaw, everything else has settled out, worked itself out. But it seems like it's one thing or another or another or another. And I'm like, can I please just get some peace where nothing hurts? I woke up this morning and my sciatic nerve was messed up. Like, look, I haven't had problems with my sciatic nerve since I was pregnant with the kids. And then it flared up this morning and I was like, oh God. So I'm getting it on the good foot all morning this morning. And Mr. Coffee's looking at me. He's like, why are you walking like that? I'm like, my sciatic nerve is acting up. And he's like, what did you do? I'm like, I think I slept funny or something. That memory foam remembered something wrong because, look, listen, my hip hurts. Like, I was so mad because, like, I woke up. And at this point, when you've hit your mid-30s, like, I'm almost 40 years old, okay? Sleeping hurts, okay? Sleeping just hurts. And it sucks. But that's part of life. Sleeping hurts. Existing hurts. Everything hurts. I just want to go the rest of my life without losing any more organs. Unless, like, something happens to me where I pass away, because then I'm an organ donor. So, like, if I pass away, then yeah, take the organs. I'm not using them. What am I going to do with them? But before I pass away, I want to keep what's left of them in there. So, yeah, I don't want to, I want to keep my organs. And, I want to be healthier, but not really. But I really want to be healthy. Like, you ever make the plan to try to get healthy, but it didn't work? Because why do bags of chips cost less than a bag of salad mix? Why? Why? It's like they plot to make us stay bigger and stay unhealthy. Because when you're unhealthy, that's of course when you got to go see the doctor more. So I'm just like, look, listen. I want to get healthy. But I don't want to do anything out of the ordinary that I do already. And eating salad all day, look, listen, I am not a rabbit. I'm not eating salad all day. I like salad as much as the next person, but I'm not about to eat it all day. Like, that's not a thing. I'm Southern. You go put some fried chicken in that salad, maybe some collard greens or some chicken or something. Sorry about that. My admins needed me. Anyways, so yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm sorry. But holiday shopping is done. Like literally everything else is probably just going to be gift cards. I'm going to try to figure out something about the holiday cards because now I feel stupid that I drew something for my Christmas cards this year and I didn't even get a chance to get them to send out. So it's just going to be late, y'all. I'm sorry. And because money's been tight because of Mr. Coffee having to take off work and my surgeries and everything else, like, I can't afford to get, like, I wish I could get everybody something, but I can't. I was just going to do, like, Christmas cards this year, but then even that got messed up, which is hella frustrating, and then it's just, this has not been my year. Like, it has not been my year, but that's okay, because next year is coming up really quick, and that could be my year, because this year is not where it's at. I can't. Like, I'm hoping for a lot of new things next year, like being more organized, taking more time to myself. Because usually, yesterday was the first time I took a step back and went, you know what? I don't need to record all of my videos for the week today. I can sit back and relax. I immediately regretted it this morning when I got up and recorded all my videos. But I need to start taking more time for myself and to craft, because I find myself in a frantic mode when I'm trying to craft, because, like, this is the first time I've gotten to actually sit down where it wasn't hella late at night, where I wasn't exhausted, where I don't have children needing me for something. It's the first time I've gotten to sit down and actually diamond paint in peace. And it's because I'm making a video. So, like, I want to take more time for myself. I want to do better planning on the channel when it comes to making videos and the content of my videos. I want to essentially... I like the number of videos I put up a week. Like, I like the fact that I'm not putting up videos every day. It gives me time to have that break, to rejuvenate my batteries, to plan out for the channel and stuff. So, like... I want the channel to be better for next year, because this year has just been a shit show. This has been a hot mess express all aboard. Like, it's just one thing after another, you guys. And I would say I apologize for it, but in a way, I can't really say that I apologize, because I didn't really do anything. Like, the gallbladder thing and then the hysterectomy were complete flukes. And then the tailbone thing, fluke. Like, none of this was intentional, and it kind of put a wrench in things and kind of messed up a lot of things, but it's life. That's just what happens. But this Christmas, like I said, I am not going to be going live on the 24th. I'm going to let other creators have their moment in the sun. I'm going to let them shine while I go and play with my family. So, yeah, don't look for a live on the 24th. I'm going to let Pippa know that I'm freeing that day up for her if she wants to add more creators to this, because that event is more important than me going live. That is essentially for those folks that are alone for the holidays, so that they feel like they are not so alone and they have, like, other creators that they can listen to on the holidays, since a lot of people don't tend to post on the holidays. And I don't think Diamond Art Club's coming out with sneak peeks next week. If they are, then you'll see a post on Friday, but you won't see me go live or anything. So, but yeah, like, I just want to get better at things, because right now I feel like I'm in a manic mode and I need to, like, even myself out. And I've been doing really, really good since surgery. Like, surprisingly, I haven't snapped on anyone in like a week. It's been wonderful. I'm trying to figure out who the hell I am at this point, because literally I've gotten 2 bad comments since my surgery. Since like a week or so after my surgery, I've gotten 2 bad comments, and I just deleted them and kept moving. Like, I didn't even give them the time of day. Now, there was that one lady that was on Instagram messaging people to, you know, sub for sub, and I was like, that I wouldn't do that. And she was like, have you tried doing this? How else am I supposed to get subscribers to watch my films? One, I can tell you English isn't your first language. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but nobody calls them films. You're not making a film. Like, there's not a production team. You're just making a video. Calm down, toots. One. Two, I have tried it numerous times. And yeah, you don't become an overnight sensation on YouTube doing crafting. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You don't, this doesn't happen overnight. Like, you don't just see me one day and I don't have any subscribers, and then the next day I have however many subscribers, 30,000, I think I'm at 30,000 now. So it's not like it happens overnight. And then sub for subbing, like, that's not where it's at. Like, don't do that. That's not cool. And it's just, it's funny because when they found out who I was, they were just like, oh, well, what are your tips? What can I do to get, like, more subscribers like you, and blah, blah. Be honest, which you're not even being honest now, because you're trying to be dishonest now, and just in how you get subs. You're not even being honest on how you get subs. Do you think I gained my subs by sub for subbing? No, not a chance in hell. I was given some really good advice when I started my channel, and that was the advice: don't sub for sub. And so I'm just like, yeah, okay. But other than that lady, that crazy lunatic, over on Instagram, every other comment I've been just deleting and moving on. Like, it's, I don't know if it's like the older age, or if it's the fact that I'm finally starting, like, my hormones are evening out, and it's just like, it's not worth your time. It really isn't. You don't have, like, if nothing else that this experience this year has taught me is you don't have long on this planet. It is ghetto here, it is ratchet here, and you don't have much time here. And I don't want to spend the time that I have fussing at people on the internet that I don't know, that don't matter to me, like, that aren't anybody. There was that one, oh, that's the other person, that D person that was, like, going around to creators' comment sections and being a complete douche. D stands for douche. Douche. I didn't even get mad at that. I just made that little video clip on Instagram, and I was just like, that made me feel better. Like, Miss Coffee's greatest hits to the haters. Like, I feel like this is going to become a thing. But it's like, I haven't been really angry, which is great. And I feel a little bit more calm. And this is the first month, like the first full month that I won't have a uterus. And I'm like, hold up. I won't have, like, I went to the store, and like I normally do around this time of month, I go buy my feminine products, and I didn't have to. And I was just like, oh yeah, I don't have to do this anymore. And I had a lady go, you know, have you ever just not felt like a woman? Well, I still have titties, so I feel pretty much like a woman. Like, I don't understand how not having a uterus, something I can't see anyways, makes me feel less like a woman. Which, I guess in some cases, some women feel like that, and that's okay to feel like that. That's okay. If that's how you feel, oh, right, bet. I'm not going to ever invalidate somebody's feelings. Me, personally, I can't see the organ, so it doesn't make me any more or less of a woman. I've already carried children. I'm done. Like, this factory is closed. This is being shut down. Okay, like, no, they're tearing down that amusement park. So it's like, it's kind of liberating, to be honest, because I'm like, I now, like, my body is now knowing that I'm not going to be bearing any more children. There won't be any more oopsie daisy. Like, I don't have to worry about any of that. Not that I did before, because my tubes were tied anyways. But now there's just the one lonely ovary in there, like, chilling by itself. And I'm just like, it's okay to be happy. Like, it's okay to, like, want to spend more time. Like, I've been spending so much time with the kids that they're getting on, like, I'm getting on their nerves. And it's great. It's wonderful because, you know, they don't stay this little forever. And Minna has already showed that once they get older, they don't really want a whole lot to do with you. Like, they don't want to hang out with you. Now, when Minna lived with me, she would hang out with me all the time. Like, we would sit and watch TV and, you know, play video games or whatever. But now that she's older, I don't hear from her as much, and she's always out with her friends. She has her own little life now, and it's so funny to see, because I remember that little girl at church showing the pastor her underwear saying, don't get Dora wet. And now she's like 15, and she has her little friends and her own little life and stuff. And that's going to be Maggie and Orion here. Well, Maggie, I can't say Orion, because Orion, I'm pretty sure Orion, if you told him he didn't have to leave that room ever again, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. Orion's dreams have come true since we've lived here, because he has a bathroom in his room. And besides to come out and get food, he doesn't have to leave that room ever again. Sorry, I'm trying to watch my time. because I still have to go walk dogs and then run over to the post office to go drop off Christmas presents and packages, the last couple of cups. So, yeah, but things have been going great, minus like the whole Lockjaw thing. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. It's just annoying when I try to eat, and I can feel twinges of pain here and there. But other than that, it's not horrible bad. It's not like it's something that's going to keep me down from the channel for, you know, however long I was down from the channel before. So, yeah, it's just everything's been going great. I hope to bring Smitty back out today. If not today, he'll definitely be out tomorrow. Just because I had a really busy day today, so I might not have time to go grab him and figure out something to do with him before the kids get home from school. And I think I'm even, like, I'm gonna take the night and watch Charlie Brown Christmas with Maggie, because she's been bugging to watch Charlie Brown Christmas. So I'm gonna take the night to watch Charlie Brown Christmas with her. We're gonna order some pizza and watch a movie, which we don't usually order fast food throughout the week. We only order it on Fridays when I have live, but I think today I'm just gonna break down and do it. Why? Because I can. That's part of being an adult, is realizing that you can do stuff that you couldn't do when you were little. I think that's the best part about being an adult nowadays, is like I can do stuff with my kids that I couldn't do with my parents. And one of the biggest things that I didn't get to do with my parents was spend a lot of time with them, because they were always working or in school or doing something. So I didn't really spend a lot of time with my parents growing up. And so I want to spend that time with my kids, because not that not spending time with them like messed me up mentally, but there's definitely a void there. And now that I'm older, it's like, okay, now I don't want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with like my family that I created. Like, I want to spend time with my kids and doing things with my children. And I've had my time with, you know, my parents and my siblings, and now it's time to have that time with my children. And so that's essentially where my mindset is at. And with the holidays coming up, we are so excited, because like I said, we got all those board games that we're going to be playing with the kids all weekend, and Mr. Coffee's mom's going to be here with us. So she's going to play with us for a couple of days before she goes back home, because she's only here luckily for a couple of days. But before she gets here, we got to deep clean the house, which we'll do this weekend. Change the ferret bedding, clean out the dog cages, like take them outside, power wash those, vacuum underneath the dog cages, move the couches, vacuum there. Like, it's a whole procedure that has to happen in this house, because it hasn't been deep cleaned for 2 months. 2 months my house has not been deep cleaned. Why? Because I've been down. So because I've been down, yeah, my robot vacuum can only do so much, folks. It can only do so much. So I'm like, I am excited, because Mr. Coffee's going to let me deep clean. And when I say deep clean, he's going to be doing all the heavy lifting. I'm still going to be just taking it easy and wiping walls and using the spot cleaner to clean up spots on the carpet that are stained or whatever, because, you know, we have kids and ferrets. Oh, real quick, Mr. Coffee got really upset the other day because his TV remote came up missing. Now, Mr. Coffee was, y'all remember when like Bitcoin and Dogecoin was really big? Mr. Coffee had Dogecoin, and when he sold his stock, he got money back for it. When he got money back, he bought himself a pretty decent sized TV to play his video games on. I can't even fuss about the TV, because he literally bought it with his stock money. Well, the other day, because he leaves his remote on a TV tray next to his chair, and the ferrets have learned how to climb up onto the couch. Now, we have beat up old leather couches. I like my leather couch. Don't hate on my couch. And the ferrets had climbed up on his TV tray and lost his remote. We couldn't find his remote for 3 days. He was mad. Here, they put it in a hidey hole. The ferrets have like 5 or 6 different hidey holes in the house, and they had it in the one that's underneath the couch. So we have a tube that squishes down to probably about that big, and they can squeeze through it, and it goes literally directly underneath the couch. It's a way for them to escape if the dogs are messing with them or the kids are messing with them and they don't want to be messed with. They can escape and go underneath the couch. Well, here, it was underneath the couch in the hidey hole that they had dug, because then they had also dug a hole in the tube to go up underneath the couch so that they could come out of the tube and sit underneath the couch. And we have to, of course, be careful, because we have recliners, except for like our love seat, or not the love seat. The couch part has recliner on this side, but not in the middle, which is where they dug the hole into the tube to get out of it. And they will sit and lay in there because there's blankets underneath there. It's dark and nobody can get to them. And here they had taken Mr. Coffee's remote and taken it down there. And when we found it, Mr. Coffee flipped the couch over, and Anais was like snuggled up with this remote underneath the couch. It was the cutest thing in the world. Mr. Coffee was hella mad though because he couldn't find his remote. And I'm like, well, we have a cable remote for his TV. Problem is, we pay like $200 a month for cable and internet, and we only use the internet. I don't remember the last time I watched cable, and nobody in my house watches cable. Everybody watches YouTube. So it's like, where, okay, is there 5 and S? Yeah, there is. There's 5 and S on this canvas. I was like, hold up. I've been working on this canvas for how long now, and I'm just now realizing there's a 5 and an S? Anyways, but I'm going to let you guys go. That's enough chitter-chatter for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the whip and chat. If you did, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down at this point. I don't give a crap. Either way, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys, if I don't see you before then, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Please spend time with that family. Do what you want to do. Take some me time because it's more precious than anything else that you can get. So with that said, folks, thank you so much for listening to me jibba-jabba about family and life for the last hour. Like I said, I hope you have a wonderful day and stay safe in these crafty streets. Please wear your mask. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face out in public. Keep your 6 feet and always try. Be kind. Be courteous. Be cool. Bye, guys.